So for those that don't know me, my name is Amanda Ray, and I started my online journey in 2015. I started with online marketing, and I was looking to make a full-time income with online marketing, and I was struggling. This went on for over a year and a half, about a year and a half. I just couldn't find anything that would work for me. And I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know why I wasn't getting the success that I was looking for, but I was really determined to get out of the current situation that I was in. And I had one income, and I had a lady that was on my back, and I was very afraid that sooner or later I was going to bump heads with this woman, and I was not going to have an income anymore. So I said, you know what, Amanda, I cannot go to sleep like this every night thinking about waking up and my income is completely gone. And I did not want to go back to a 9 to 5. Okay. So I started looking at online opportunities. I was pumping massive traffic. And not only that, a lot of money into opportunities that wasn't real. It sounded real. It looked real. The people that were in it were people I looked up to, but unfortunately, most of those opportunities that I was in, about 85% of them were completely offline within like my first year of online marketing. So I received a call from a gentleman that told me about offline direct mail. This was in 2016. I said, I'm ready to do this. I was excited about it. And not only that, I was very determined to make it work. So after being in this program for about 6 months of 2016, I made $50,000 within my first year. It didn't start off a lot, but it grew over time. And I started to learn from my mentor what I needed to do in order to make it work. 2017, over $100,000 with direct mail. In 2018, multiple six figures with direct mail. Okay. So that just goes to show you I was able to pull this off in the middle of 2016, and it just grew and grew and grew over time. And we are now in 2019, and I'm still doing direct mail marketing. Why? Because it's easy to duplicate. And not only that, it's not going anywhere. It's one of those things that's been there I was watching a lady that was doing direct mail marketing back in 2014. I remember coming across a video, and I didn't really know what it was about or what to expect. That person and I are now close friends, but she was rocking it with direct mail marketing in 2014, and was doing it for over 30 to 35 years. So, even then I didn't really believe in it, but it always piqued my interest. Okay. So what I'm going to do is show you guys, now that I've given you some information about myself, I want to show you guys some information that I put together about direct mail. And this is from my personal experience. I'm one of those type of people that whenever I do something, I like to go big. I always think big about things. And once I make a decision to go into something, I don't want to half step it. I want to do it as big as I can to get the biggest results from what I'm doing. And unfortunately, in the beginning, when I started direct mail marketing, that was one of my biggest mistakes. Okay. Because even though I was thinking big and I wanted to make a lot of money, I didn't go about it the right way in the beginning. So I was making money, but at the same time, I was losing money. Okay. The $50,000 that I made within my first 6 months was in profit, but I had spent way more than that I had lost because of a lot of mistakes, not really thinking things through, and just doing things, just randomly doing things that wasn't working. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, and please stay to the end, because everything that I'm going to discuss, some of you guys are going to look at it and be like, oh my gosh, that's what I did. And you may feel overwhelmed. Some of this stuff you're going to be happy you didn't do. And then at the end of this video, myself along with Nadia, we're going to show you how we can fix it. Because even though we make mistakes, you can always fix it when it comes to direct mail marketing. Okay. It's not like something set in stone. You may have wasted some money, but what I always tell my friends and family, money is recycled, okay? So it comes and goes and it recycles itself as long as you're continuously working, okay? We just want to work smarter and not harder, okay? We want to work smarter, and that's why we're here today, okay? Can everybody hear me fine? Just put a 1 in the chat box before I start this presentation. 1 in the chat box if you hear me fine. Okay, yeah, I turned the volume up on my end, so okay, great. Great, great, great. Okay, so we're gonna go over this PowerPoint presentation, and you know what's one of the things that that I really love about doing presentations, and when I actually speak to people, they go, Amanda, you know what? You keep it so real. I'm not good at sugarcoating things because I don't want anyone to come to me, especially if I'm trying to do something life-changing for myself and my family. I want people to be as upfront and direct with me as possible so that I know what to do. Even if I don't want to hear it, you know, or I don't think that I can do it, I still want to hear it. Okay. I want to be given the chance or the opportunity to say whether or not this is something that I want to do. So what I'm doing today is basically putting everything on the table, and then you make a decision based off of, oh my gosh, I really don't want to go down this lane, or you'll say, you know what, I'm ready to take the chance and do this the right way. Because one of the things that I realize with online and offline marketing is when you take shortcuts, you fail miserably and you become depressed and you feel like a failure and you feel like the program doesn't work, when it really is the fact that you just didn't apply what you needed to in order to be successful. And that's what we want to make sure we go over today. So setting yourself up for success with direct mail opportunities, that's one of the things I wanted to discuss today. And you really have to have a game plan, okay? You have to map this thing out. What I always tell people when I do one-on-one coaching, or if I do a group training, no matter what it is, if it was that simple and that easy, we wouldn't have people working at Burger King and McDonald's and Walmart, okay? Everyone would be doing direct mail marketing. This is an opportunity that isn't for everyone, okay? But if you are willing to put in the work and learn how to work the business, you will have a successful business. It's just that simple. You know, people think, you know, we got lucky. You know, Nadia, myself, or Tyrion, or Mary Beth, or whoever else you see out there, we were lucky. We're the lucky ones. No, there's some things that we implement on a daily basis that just allows us to keep the continuously flowing in, okay? And that's what I want to go over with you guys today. So here is a picture of one of the mailings that I had picked up from my P.O. box. This was one of the biggest days. I've had a lot of big days, but this was one of the biggest days that I had, and I took a picture of it, and I wanted to show you guys so that you know that it's possible, it's real. People are receiving cash, money orders. They're receiving money directly to their bank accounts through direct mail marketing, and it's one of those things that is easy and simple to duplicate. So you have a wide range of people that you can hit to maximize your potentials. So you know, it's easy to duplicate. It's a great long-term thing to get involved in. Like I said, I have friends that's been doing this for over 30 years. You don't need to know all of the details of online marketing, and that's one of the things that make it really simple. And direct mail is not going anywhere. I remember looking at this back in 2014. If you go to YouTube, you'll see videos from 9 years, 10 years ago that are out on the web today about direct mail marketing. Okay, and it's one of those things that not just people that work from home use, but a lot of huge industries use, like a lot, BJ's. I get postcards and stuff from them all the time, advertising things to me. And if you go to your mail, you'll see that there's postcards where people are always promoting something, their business, or their place of business, where they want you to buy something or get a discount or get a coupon or come here and get this for free. It's just one of those things that's just been around. I remember being young and going to the mailbox and looking at these little postcards. I'm like, what the heck is this? And, you know, it was always something different, whether you was getting a discount on something or if it was something where someone was offering you to purchase something. Okay, so this is one of the things that is easy to duplicate, and this is the reason why I decided to take a look at direct mail marketing. It has changed my life. Okay. So direct mail program, we're going to talk about what's important in order to build a strong offline business, okay? And with offline marketing, we're going to talk about some of the things that you need offline and some of the things that you need online, okay? One of the things that I keep hearing, and I'm going to just mention this, and I'm not going to stay on the topic, but I am going to mention this. People say to me all the time, I want to just do offline, strictly offline. I go, well, do you want a website? No, I want to do strictly offline. There's no such thing. Okay. There is no such thing. I don't know where people got that from, where people are going with that information, why people are saying that, but there's not one postcard that you're going to receive that is actually working for a person where they're strictly offline. It just doesn't make sense. Everyone these days have Wi-Fi, they have cell phones, they have laptops, okay, where they can get information from. You don't think that people are going to go online to make sure that the company is real, or that to see the reviews or to see what the program is all about, and you're talking about you want to just go offline? There's no such thing. With direct mail marketing, when you first start, you need a strong cover letter. Okay, a strong cover letter, when I'm talking about that, something that brands you, that gives people information about who you are, how you can help them, okay? Because people join people, people do not join opportunities. That's a fact. People join people that then join opportunities. So as an example, you may have a person that is looking at a particular program. They're not going to just go and click on any link. They're going to connect with someone that's in that program, and then that's who they're going to join. Okay, so people join people. People do not join programs. There's not a lot of times where you'll hear a person say they just joined the opportunity and they don't know who they joined under, because they first connected with that person, received the information, and then they joined the opportunity. So that's how it works, okay? So a strong cover letter is important. An order form is important. Contact information on that phone so that the person can reach you. And it doesn't have to be by phone, but they need to have a way to reach you, okay? You have to have leads that convert. You can have all of the leads in the mail. Just to give you a short story, when I first started, I decided I was going to do a 20 to 30,000 mailing in 90 days. Okay. And the leads that I had were really no good. I didn't even get 1% back from the mailings that I sent out. And one of the things that I did that wasn't right is I didn't make sure that the lead source that I was using was a good lead source. So I had a lot of returned mail. So that's a lot of money wasted. And then that goes to show you that the leads are no good. So even though I sent out all of these mailings, I had family, friends help me. I had stuff that was going out to different families in different apartments or homes where they were sending the mailing out for me, and I was giving them a couple of dollars to do it. And it really was like disheartening because I had so much returned mail because the list that I had was bad, and I didn't think of testing before I went and purchased all of these leads. Okay. On top of that, I didn't have a website. I did not put a website on my form. Now that I think about it 3 years later, what was I thinking? Why would I not put a place for people to go to check out my information other than from just that postcard? These are things that I didn't do. You have to have a budget. I didn't have a monthly mailing budget. I just kind of went in and I said, I'm going to fling it as I go. I'm going to just make it work as I go. And you don't want to do that because that's when you start wasting money, or you may not be putting in enough money. And you'll never know if you don't have a budget. So that's really important. And then a 120-day game plan. I don't know how much I can say this, but the game plan is literally what changed my life. I had it planted in my head that I was going to give it a 90-day run. 90 days turned into 120 days because I was doing so well, and I became addicted to seeing success because I knew what to do and it was benefiting me at the end. Okay. So I tell people have a 90-day to 120-day game plan where you're not just going in and you're flinging it, winging it as you go, or whatever you call it, winging it. You actually know what you need to do and you're implementing certain things throughout the week that's going to bring you success. Okay. So that's really important. So why people are failing, no results. Let's be real. Let's talk about the real stuff that people don't want to talk about, people don't want to think about, but it's really important. 97% of the people are taking shortcuts, okay? One of the shortcuts, no website. They don't want to have a funnel. That thing takes, if it takes you a week or 2 weeks to put together a funnel, it's worth it. Because once it's set up, you don't have to touch it again. It's there for you to have success, okay? 97% of people think that they can just use the company's cover letter and they're going to get results. But when you use a company cover letter that is going towards the company, okay, and you're promoting the company, how does that get a person to connect with you when on that cover letter it says to contact the company or go to the company's website? No, you want these people to know you're real. You want them to connect with you. You don't want to brand anyone's company because you can be branding a company that may not even be here next year. Okay. You're so addicted to the company you're with. You're so in love with the company you're with. You're promoting the company and the company may not be here 6 months from now, 8 months from now, 12 months from now. So now you done branded the company and they're no longer around. You don't want to do that. You want to brand yourself. You want people to connect with you, not connect with the company that you're with. And that's one of the mistakes that I made. Okay. You don't want to do that. I was with a company that would not allow me to use my own postcards. They would not allow me to put certain things on my cover letter because they wanted me to brand them and they were not thinking about me branding myself. You don't want that. That's not the way that you go into business and make a business work for you. Okay. There's some people that are putting in little to no effort into their business. I have some people that don't want to think about how to construct a bio for their cover letter. They don't want to use a picture of themselves for their bio letter. They don't want to take the time to get a website for their bio letter. It's just like they don't want to do anything, but you want to have success that you see six-figure earners having. Or you just want a little piece. But even to get that little piece, I don't care if it's $1,000 a month, there are some things that you cannot take shortcuts from. And these are some of the things that you need. Online is unnecessary. That's not true. Online is necessary because unless you are hiding under a rock and you're living under a rock or you're on an abandoned island, okay, where you have no Wi-Fi, everyone is online, okay? Just to give you a short story, one of the companies that I was with, they said, Amanda, I've seen this program 1,000 times, but I didn't actually think of calling you to get started or think about joining until I went to your website. Okay, and I've heard this so many times. Like I've received this postcard 1,000 times in the mail, but I never thought to join until I was able to contact you. And now I'm ready to get started. And that, guys, alone is going to make you thousands of dollars. Okay, so please don't think that online is unnecessary. It is when it comes to direct mail. People join people and they need to connect with you some other way than just receiving a postcard in the mail. So the truth, and we're going to go over this really quick. I'm going to this is something that I put together for direct mail marketing. Postcards and flyers alone don't cut it. Okay. You must stay consistent. And in order to stay consistent, you must have a game plan. You must have a website where people can connect and get more information if they want to look up. I had a gentleman yesterday. He wanted to sell me a $2,000 product and did not have a link. How is that possible? Why would I spend $2,000 with you if I cannot check out your program or who you are? Why would I just give you my $2,000? He wanted to send me a link to make a payment, but he did not have a link for me to check out his program. That's absolutely ridiculous. okay? Don't be afraid to try something new. A lot of people, they want to just do mailings because that's what they know and that's what seems the easiest way. But there are so many different ways to promote offline and online where you're just putting in a link or you're sending out information without having to mail. As an example, another way that you can promote offline is they have these drop cards, okay? Drop cards are out there. People use them all the time. Okay. There's some people that have these they call them I don't know the name of them, but they stick them in a yard and it has a sign on them, yard sign sales, and people have information about their opportunity, their program. You don't have to just promote strictly through the mail. Okay. There's so many different ways that you can promote, and you just need to be open to learning something new. Stop wasting money. Stop sending out these postcards or these flyers that doesn't have all the information needed in order for you to be successful. You're throwing money away. I've been there, I've done that. Okay. And it's not worth it. You know, you don't want to just be throwing money down the drain because you want to take shortcuts. Find out exactly what you need and what you're missing, and then you execute. Okay. Offline marketing through mailing is expensive, okay? The average person cannot afford to keep up with offline marketing, and I realize that that's another reason why people are failing. So as an example, if you send out 1,000 flyers within your first 30 to 60 days, and you've spent over $700-800 or $600, right? You really didn't budget for the rest for the next 2-3 months. You're waiting for signups to come in from that first mailing that you did, and if you don't see you don't get the results that you're looking for, you stop because you done worn out your budget. You took $600, you put it into 1,000 mailings or whatever it may cost you. Stamps at 55 cents. You do the math on that. 55 cents times 1,000. You went and got your flyers made. You went and picked up your envelopes. You got your cover letters done. Now you did not plan out for what you're going to do for month 3, month 4, month 5. Or if you did, you had to really scale down. You couldn't scale up like you wanted to because you already spent so much money the first couple of months. Okay. The average person is not keeping up with 1,000 mailings a month, 1,000 mailings every 2 months because it's extremely costly. And not only that, they're not thinking of things that they can do while they're waiting for their mailings to work. And that's where people are failing. They're sending out their mailings and they're just sitting back, checking the mailbox every day, checking the mailbox. And as the weeks are going by, you're not getting those envelopes in the mail and you're wondering, what did you do wrong? Okay, you took a shortcut. You need to also be working on something in between time that's going to make up for whatever you don't receive through your mailings. Okay, so you shouldn't just be sitting there waiting on returns from the mailings. You should be doing mailings, and on top of mailings, there should be stuff that you're doing in between. Okay, that's cool. It's called testing. We're figuring out what works for us, the best way to spend our money. Okay. Stop thinking it's an easy way out. Stop thinking small. When I say that, people always send me messages and they go, Amanda, I sent out 250 flyers and nothing happened. You're thinking too small. 250 people is not a lot. As far as 250 people, you probably had 30 people that actually opened up your mailings out of 250. That's a possibility. Everything else might have went in the mail. I can't tell you that, but because I don't know for sure, but 250 is thinking too small. Everyone that's in the direct mail platform, you should be thinking thousands. And I'm not saying sending out 1,000 mailings, but the amount of people that you want to reach should be in the thousands, not in the hundreds. You're thinking too small, and that's why you're not getting the results you're looking for. Need to think outside of the box, need to duplicate. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to do, everybody's going left, so I'm going to go right, but you're just starting out and you really don't know if this is the right way to go. If someone is on your team and they're doing really well, you want to follow that direction. And then the crazy questions. As an example, here's one of the crazy questions that I always get. Hey, Amanda, I'm ready to get started, but I have a question for you. How much am I going to make doing this? Excuse me? Like what? Like, I'm not God. How would I know that? I honestly can't even give you an example or like a range because first of all, I don't know you. I don't know your work ethic. Okay. I don't know how hard you're going to work. I don't know how much time you have. I don't know how much money you have. I don't know how serious you are about this business. So how can I tell you how much you're going to make? If anybody gives you numbers, they are lying because there's no way that myself, Nadia, Ontarian, anybody out there that's doing 6 figures a year can tell you how much you're going to make. All we can tell you is how much we're making because we're putting in the work each and every day to make those numbers. But we cannot say, oh, Sue, yeah, when you start, you're going to definitely make $1,000 a week. There's no way. It's just that it's not going to work that way. Okay, you have people that put the energy and time into their business. They learned and mastered the skill set, so they know what to do, and they come in and they make money right away. And then you have people that it may take them 3 to 4 months because they just don't have the time or enough money. Okay, or they don't want to learn new things and they're doing it the hard way. So stop asking the crazy questions. Stop asking questions like, well, how much, just silly stuff. Like what is the cost of a book of stamps? You can look that up on Google. You're wasting people's time asking these general questions that you can find by going on Google. Ask me something that's realistic. As an example, okay, I'm giving you guys an example. Realistic. What do I need to do to make this a successful business? That's what I want to hear. What do I need to do, Amanda, in order to have success with this? Because I want to make it work. Okay. How much time should I really put into working my business in order to have success? Those are the proper questions. People are coming in with these crazy questions of how much am I going to make when I get started? I need to make $500 next week. Can I do that with this program? Like, wait, what? Like, am I being punked right now? Like, how am I supposed to know that? How does that work? That does not work. Like, it doesn't work like that. If it was that simple and we knew, and it would be like the snap of a finger and you'll be making money and it'll be falling off the trees. It does not work like that. So please, these questions work. First of all, we're too old for this. Most of us have families, we have children, we have husbands and wives. If you're going to start this business and you want to start a home-based business, come in with questions that make sense. Not how much can I make next week? Or I want to know if I can make my money back next month. No one can tell you that. And if they do, they're not being honest with you and they're really telling you something that's bogus. Okay. So we're going to keep going here. The do's and the don'ts. Okay. You don't need to do video marketing in order to earn. It does help a lot, but you don't have to do it to start. I remember I was so afraid my first year with video marketing. I didn't do it. I was still making money, but I didn't do video marketing. Okay. If you're that afraid, you don't have to do video marketing. Now, does it help and it significantly increases your sales? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So it's up to you whether you want to get out your comfort zone and do video marketing, or you want to go and try other traffic methods that does not include video marketing. You don't need to run expensive traffic. I thought in the beginning I had to run the most expensive. I had to get the best lists. That didn't work. I spent money on lists that really didn't produce me any results, and they were like really expensive. So that it doesn't matter. You don't need to be experienced in direct mail marketing. You just have to be willing to learn. Okay. You don't have to have a large budget. You don't need to do Facebook Lives, and you don't need to run ads. You don't need to run YouTube ads. You don't need to run Facebook ads. You don't need to do that. You do need a game plan. Okay. You need a website. You need a funnel. That's important. You need a cover letter that brands you. You need a budget. Okay. You need to stay consistent and connected. And why I say connected is important is because, like for myself, there's no one in my family that does this. Okay. So I need to have a support group. I need people that I can go to that understands my lingo. They understand what I mean and they know what I'm talking about. Like Nadia, I could pick up the phone and say, Nadia, listen, I'm trying to do this. And she's like, oh yeah, girl, I do it all the time. This is what you need to do. I can't go and call my auntie Stephanie and say, listen, I'm offline and I'm trying to, they have no clue. So you have to stay not only consistent, but you have to stay connected for people that understand and speak your lingo. They know what you're going through. They've been there, done that, and they're in the spot where you want to be. You stay connected with those people and you'll do fine. You need to advertise more than one way. Stop, come and think outside the box. Come with me, guys. Let's think outside the box. Advertise more than one way and be able to follow directions, and not only that, execute. You can get all of the direction that you want, but if you are not the type of person to execute what you're learning, you'll get nowhere. And I had to learn that the hard way. I used to take weeks and weeks to learn things, and I wasn't executing any of it. I just was writing and writing and reading and writing, but I wasn't executing. It's important to execute on top of learning. You have to put the two together in order to have success. Everyone checks out information online. Flyers and postcards reach a small group of people online to check out your info. That's been my experience. It works. It works. It works. I don't care what nobody says. It works. Okay. People buy from people, not from programs. It's worth it. Even if it takes a couple of weeks to set up a funnel, it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. There's a ton of offline methods to be used besides mailings. We're going to go over those. There's a traffic online that's not expensive that converts well that I use, and I'll be going over that. Offline marketing through mailings is extremely expensive. There's other ways to start having a full-time income with direct mail marketing that doesn't need to just include mailings. Okay. And then here is the good news. Okay, so Nadia and myself, along with some of the other people in this team, we're going to be helping people that really want to do this the right way. They're not looking to make excuses. They're not looking to take shortcuts. They just want to learn and execute. Nadia is going to be having a 90-day blitz. I'm going to have her give that information. She's going to come and talk to us about that. I will be a part of it because I'm always open to learning more. You don't have to do it alone. We are here to help you, okay? You have professional help. That's a good thing. You're not getting this information from people that have not done this or haven't had success. So you're working with people that's been there, done that, and can give you the best education that you need and provide you with the best resources in order to be successful. Okay. Websites and funnels will be set up for you, so you don't have to worry about all of the headache it takes. We're going to give you probably some of the basics, but this stuff can be set up for you so that you are not trying to learn how to do this and you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling like this is something that you cannot do. Emails are also going to be provided for you, and we're going to go over that in detail when we talk about emails. And other offline methods are going to also be provided, and we are going to have an affordable co-op, small co-ops, so that people get tons of traffic, small co-ops for certain people that are a part of our team or that are a part of direct mail marketing that needs more traffic, that want to see those consistent phone calls, sign-ups. They want to see those opt-ins, okay? So that's the good news. You don't have to do it alone, and we're going to be here to help you. I've ran a lot of co-ops. I still run co-ops to this day where people get tons of sign-ups in their business, and sometimes it's not even direct mail, okay? But it works. Traffic online works. You just have to know where to go, how often to run it. You have to have a budget, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and let Nadia share some information about herself, not only that, about this 90-day blitz that we're going to be putting together. Hey, Nadia, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect, perfect. Thanks for coming.
Amanda, that was amazing information you just shared with everyone, and you're right on point. So anyway, guys, my name is Nadia Subrati. Actually, next month is going to make it 3 years since I've been working online. So let me tell you a little bit about my background, my story. You know, I've been, before I started online marketing, I went back to school at a later age, you know, for healthcare. After graduating, I couldn't find a job, and I became severely depressed, you know. So I was like, what am I going to do? I can't find a job. So one day I was on Facebook. This was 2016, I think it was October 24th, and I saw this guy who was telling his story. So I was desperate, you know, so I contacted him that night, and I'm like, what do you do, you know? So he was actually promoting MLSP. He's one of the leaders in MLSP. I had no idea what was attraction marketing. network marketing, Facebook Live. I had no idea what was anything of that nature. So that night, you know, I had the last $150 I had in my account. I signed up with him. I had no idea what I was doing. The first 6 months, I went into learning mode. I didn't make any money, but after that, I started making money. I started hitting the leadership ranks in MLSP. Then I launched a multi-level marketing business. I hit the leadership there and a bunch of other companies. And you know, this is actually my first offline opportunity, to be honest with you guys. I've never done this before. Amanda and I, we spoke about 8 months ago for the very first time. We connected, we just chat. She didn't, you know, we didn't talk about what we did. She was very friendly, she was being a friend, and we didn't talk after that. So for the past 6 months, I was actually following her journey. I didn't comment on her videos or click like on any of her content, but I was following her, right? Because I know my audience, guys. I've coached over 200 people in this short period of time. A lot of them are struggling with Facebook Lives. They don't know how to build funnels. They don't know how to run ads. And I was simply looking for a way, because, you know, before I joined a leader, I follow them. I watch their results, because there's so many leaders out there who is not teaching online marketing correctly. So I was simply looking for a way, you know, that I can help my audience, because I know what their struggles are, right? They're terrified of Facebook Live. So I was actually following Amanda, and I saw that she was doing this direct mail marketing business. So I kept on following her, you know, and when was it? I think 5 weeks ago, I contacted her. Yeah, I was like, you know, Amanda, well, what do? You know, send me some information. That night, I signed up right away. I signed up at the Sapphire level. And, you know, guys, actually today is my 1 month anniversary. 1 month today. I've made a lot of money, tons of money. I mailed out 400 envelopes. Only one envelope actually was returned back. So these leads are good leads. Because, you know, I've invested in leads before, and none of them never worked. They were garbage leads. And I spent tons of money, guys. And this was, you know, when I first started my online journey, I made no money for the first 6 months. But I didn't give up, because I was like, you know what? If some of these leaders can make 6 figures and 7 figures, I can do it too. I just need to learn the skills and implement it. And I'm not going to kid you guys. I came a long way in almost 3 years. Next month will make it 3 years. You know, so I came a long way in a short period of time. I was actually interviewed with the 6 and 7 figure earners on a cruise that I earned in the Caribbean, you know, with a bunch of other leaders. So I was interviewed with them. I'm actually in a commercial. Yeah, and this happened fast for me. The first 6 months, yes, I made no money, but I didn't quit. I realized I was lacking certain skills that I had to learn. So these other businesses, guys, I built it all on social media. You know what I mean? To hit all those leadership ranks. So this is my first offline opportunity, and I am getting amazing, amazing results. Since then, I've had I created a private Facebook group where I'm training everyone who has joined me. So in a month, I've had 49 people that came in under me, and I'm teaching them all. So we are going on a 90-day recruitment blitz. And you're probably wondering, what is a 90-day recruitment blitz, right? A 90-day recruitment blitz is to get everyone's momentum on the same frequency, so we all can make money. So I'm teaching everyone. I'm having their websites being built right now, funnels. They're getting, you know, their cover letters. This is my personal cover letter. This is called a branding cover letter. So, you know, I'm also a personal branding generalist. I teach everything when it comes to personal branding on social media. I'm also a coach. I'm also an author. I'm writing my 7th book right now. And yeah, so I just want to give you guys a little background on me, right? And this is the form that you're going to be mailing out to, you're going to be mailing these forms out. And Amanda is right, guys. You definitely need a website. No one is going to send you money in the mail if you don't have a website where they can reach you. And the reason why you need a funnel is because you can generate leads. You can send these people an email blast every single day. You're in their face, because you know what? When it comes to social media marketing, well, Amanda just covered the offline marketing part, because that's what Amanda does. But I'm more online. So I know how to run ads, Facebook ads, how to create content. I know how to do all these things, you know? So yes, you definitely need a website. Now you're mailing out these things to these leads, guys. If you do not have a website or a funnel to even show people who you are, no one is going to send you money. This is a fact. Me personally, I will not send anyone money to mail if I don't know who they are. I do my research. There's so many scammers all over the place. Scammers will even find you on Craigslist. Your information. I mean, it's so easy for scammers to find your information. And you know what I'm saying, guys? So you need to be careful, right? And you need to do this the correct way. See here, I have my information, my website link. They can find me on Facebook. You know, my phone number, they can call me. And some of these leads that I mailed out last week, I've already received phone calls from these people because they call me. They want to make sure I'm a real person before they start sending me money. And guys, that's only what? 400 envelopes I sent out, and I got a few phone calls already. So it's only a matter of time before they start mailing me, you know, their information to get started and choose the package, right? So yes, we're starting a recruitment blitz, and Amanda's coming on board because she's the expert with offline marketing, and I know a lot when it comes to online marketing. So both of us as a team, we are ready to teach you guys and take you on to the next level. And the purpose of having this recruitment blitz is to get you guys on momentum, guys, because when you have a team, a group of people that are working on the same level with the same frequency, you're gonna get massive success. And yeah, consistency here is key. You have to be at it every single day. So Amanda, thank you very much. I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Yes, thank you so much, Nadia. And she hit a lot of stuff. You know, Nadia does ads. I have no clue.
Actually, I'm running an ad right now. Today's the 7th.
I tried. It's so funny. I was telling Nadia how when I was running ads, I got my whole ads account shut down, and I had kind of given up. But Nadia's gonna teach me again. But I'm like, look, I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid to learn something new. I'm afraid of my account getting shut down, but I want to learn new things, and I think we all should be open to learning new things. We're going to start a co-op next week. Okay, where people will be able to run traffic. It's going to be very affordable. Let me not say cheap, but affordable. And we're going to do some magazine ads. So your link for your site, for your offline business, your direct mail business, will be a part of the co-op if you decide to do that. And it's going to be in magazine ads. And I am also going to take out some banner ads. So people that don't know anything about that, we will go over it. And I will show you guys what it is that I'm doing. But basically, this is going to allow you to get a significant amount of traffic, more than what you would get if you was mailing one flyer to one person. Okay, we're talking about hitting hundreds of thousands of people in a short period of time and doing it consistently over and over again to start building that momentum to get those consistent signups. Okay, and that's what we want to do. So please make sure, if you want to get involved with the co-op or you need a website, you can reach out to me if you need a funnel. Nadia is going to be working on a 90-day blitz, and she also has the emails and stuff that you may need. Okay, we're going to be working together, so you guys can reach out to us and we will be willing to help you. Okay, again, even if it takes 2 weeks to set up a funnel, do it, because it's going to be worth it, and it's going to allow you to generate traffic while you're sleeping, while you're eating. Let me tell you, I wake up every day and have money come in because I have a funnel. You know, it's just one of those things. You need that when your flyers are sitting there on someone's desk or someone's bedroom dresser and they're waiting to get started. Okay. Flyers and postcards have a shelf life of 6 months. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but what that means is that it may take a person up to 6 months to actually make a commitment for that program. So postcards and flyers have a shelf life of 6 months. So what happens is within those 6 months, the person that sent out the flyer normally on a case-by-case basis, but normally what happens is that person has already quit by the time the person that received the flyer actually makes a commitment to get started. Most people are not making it past the first 30 to 60 days, let alone 6 months. So if you're mailing out flyers and it's taking someone 6 months to sign up because that's the shelf life, and you've given up within your first 30, 60 days because that's the only source of traffic that you're using, you're doing this business wrong. Okay, you're doing everything wrong. So we want to teach you again how to do things right, how to have success. Come with your questions. What I want to do, Nadia, is next week, I want to have another hangout on Sunday where we're going to do a live Q&A. Okay, I want to do a live Q&A. Bring me all of your real questions, and that's what we're going to do. We're not going to discuss how good we are. You guys already know that, or what we can do, or how we can help you, or you already know that. We want to know, what questions do you have, and what's holding you back that makes you afraid that we can help you to overcome so that you can move forward, because I think that's really important. Okay, so we're going to have another meeting Sunday. We will send out the link, or you can reach out to us for the link for Sunday's webinar. Okay, so I want to just say thank you for everyone that came out this Saturday. I know you guys have families and things to do, and you know, you're spending your weekend with family. I'm about to actually go out with mine, but I just want to say thank you so much for stopping and tuning in to this live webinar. Again, we want you to have success. We already have success. We already know what to do. We want to make sure that everyone else knows what to do. We want you to stay inspired, stay committed to the process, really get into learning mode, because the more that you learn and you implement, the more money you will make. It's not about thinking about all of the money you can make and not thinking much about the learning process. We need to kind of reverse the roles, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you all for joining us, and have a great weekend, and we will see you next Sunday.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.